Hey guys, Thunder here, and I am back with the INORL Racing Network to bring you live flag-to-flag coverage of the INORL Insomniac Elite Series. Today we were supposed to be in Road America, but after some complications, the race was put off, and we decided to head overseas. So here we are in Great Britain, here at Silverstone, a very famous racetrack here in Great Britain, and this is bound to be a good race. The first ever. Today we're gonna be seeing our first ever standing start in the Insomniac Elite Series, so that's definitely gonna be something. So we'll have to see how the IS drivers take to the new standing start, and we'll have to see how that goes. But before we start, there are a couple headlines. Lots of driver changes this week. The kickoff, KSI has closed its doors. KSI shut down after the last race. I guess they said they were having funding issues, and I guess it was a lot worse. But I guess it's a lot worse than they said because it got too bad, and they closed their doors after the Sony 400. It's a shame to see that team go, but things change. Taking its place on the grid, though, is a new team, Team Umbrella, which did attempt the Sony 400 with Nico Playakov, Louis Dern, and Bernard Strauss. Sinoski and Fitzwater are actually in. They brought two cars. Sinoski and Fitzwater are in both those cars. Yeah, I got Kyle Sinoski in the 46 and Zachary Fitzwater in the 47. Sinoski's shown some pretty good pace, but Fitzwater's hasn't been too quick. Those cars don't have the best of funding, but we'll have to see how that turns out. Speaking of Bernard Strauss, he is going to make his IS debut after all, because he is racing here today, replacing Kyle Thomas in the 10. Strauss is a DTM regular. He's gonna be racing for the rest of the season, but he's probably gonna be racing for the rest of the season. And he qualified second. Strauss hasn't been quite that quick in practice, but he did really well in qualifying. And I don't know if you can see him there, but he's starting second on the startup grid there. Momo Ikari is going to be the first Japanese driver to drive for S3 Motorsports. She's driving the 48 for that team. We believe Eric and Rage will be. We do believe Eric and Rage will be back around round 18 or so. So we'll have to see how that develops. And then finally, Preston Ploward, who pulled, was released after this week. Was released after the Sony 400. He qualified for that race, but pulled in favor of Sean Angel. And it seems like there might have been a little something going on there, as Ploward was released after that race. And taking his place is someone you may know. Alan Cavanaro is going to be making his return to the IS. He raced last season with some rather limited success, but Cavanaro Jones is driving at 18 for Hamilton Autosports, who he recently finished off the Slim Jim Series. He drives that same car in the Slim Jim Series, which he recently finished off that season with 2 wins and a 4th place finish. Of course, in points, Cavanaro, of course, is your first ever 1 in 70 winner for the Slim Jim Series. And Cavanaro's got that same car here, so I'd expect big things from him, but he did not qualify very well, but I'd expect him to work his way up. Speaking of which, Dylan Youngstart's 37th. Before you say, only 38 cars were able to take the start, as there's not enough pit boxes, so a couple cars were left out. Cars that did not qualify were Troy Kang, Kyle Miller, and then one other guy I can't seem to think of. Oh yeah, John Johnston. Miller, King, and Johnston failed to qualify, leaving 38 cars. Dylan Young, starting 37th out of them. But I would expect him to work his way for the field because he swept the practice sessions. He was fastest in both sessions, so I would expect him to be able to work his way up. So all is not lost for your championship leader. Alright, let's get down to the track for your starting lineup, where Cosmic Nova has taken out his first pole of the season. Long overdue, noting his pace. Nova is a title contender, so it's good to see him qualify this well. Bernard Strauss in his first race for IES and for Cybertron starts second in his number 10 car. Good to see him qualify well. Starting first is Charles Sanford, who kind of struggled in the practice sessions, but he turned it around here in the race. But he turned around qualifying. Starting fourth, it is James Silverfox in the 91, who is used to these standing starts as he was a DTM regular before the IAS. Fifth, it is championship contender Seth Cole in the 25. Sixth, it is Chris Louvier in the Doggy Coin Machine. He is 10th in points now, so that's good for him. Seventh, we have Zachary Fitzwater in the 47 there. Team Umbrella got a top 10 here in their first full-time race. And rolling off 8th, it is William Duncan here in a new livery there. Yeah, new livery for William Duncan's legendary number 6. Freddy Fazbear's piece on the hood of that number 6. Starting 9th, we have Felix Theodore in the 39, and then right at top 10, it is Joke De Cook in the 9. And here's the rest of your lineup. I apologize if you see things like that during the race. I apologize. My mouse is kind of acting up. And you see the 99 there, David Valzak. This is his first race for that team, as he didn't qualify for Indy. And there's your Sony 400 winner, starting 36th. All right. We've never done a standing start before, but we're gonna do it here. It's time to get those engines fired up for our first ever standing start. 38 cars lined up on the grid. We have never done a standing start before in the IS, but the drivers have been allowed to practice them this week. So we're expecting that this could be an incident-free start. At least that's what we're hoping. But the engines have been fired. We're getting ready to take the start. Here we go. The lights are coming down, and here we go. We're green. We're rocking at Silverstone, and Cosmic Nova got a pretty good start. Strauss did not get a good start, but Silver Fox got a very good one in that 91, and he's already trying to take third there in a free wide. Silver Fox has got the spot. Sanford appears to be in second. No, Silver Fox got a great run off that first turn, and Silver Fox will be in second. Seems to be an incident-free start here as Nova and Silver Fox. Look at Silver Fox is really closing in on the 13 right away here. Silver Fox right on his back bumper. That BMW power really getting to work, and he is going to go underneath the 13. It looks like he is going to get the lead here. And Nova doing a pretty good job holding him off right now, though. As we head into the S's, Silver Fox gonna try and run the 13 wide. Can't quite make the move stick. Nova continues to hold his own as Sanford is starting to catch up. Louvier, a good road course driver in the IS. He's working his way forward. He's battling up Strauss for 4th. Seth Cole's there in 6th. Again, Seth Cole does not really herald himself as a road ringer, but he's a lot better than he makes himself out to be. Seth Cole is actually a pretty good driver on the road courses. Nova appears to have held off Silver Fox for now. Silver Fox doesn't appear to have anything left to make a challenge at the moment. And Nova comes off the final corner here, and he's going to lead the first lap as Seth Cole's run wide along with the Umbrella car. Fitzwater has slapped the wall back there. Wow, Fitzwater really struggled in that turn there. As Nova leads the first lap. Oh, there's already been an incident. Seems that Fitzwater's up some trouble in the first lap. You can see the 47's going to run wide in the S's. And he's going to sweep across the bumper of Joke de Cook. And that's going to push de Cook down into Faber. And they're going to go into the tire wall. And that's going to put some pretty hefty damage on those cars. De Cook and Faber are probably going to drop out of the race right away here. This isn't what De Cook wanted. He's top 15 in the points, but Faber's had a miserable season. That 11 car just can't seem to find any luck in the IS. Nova continues to lead over Silver Fox. Charles Sanford is in third. Bernard Strauss is in fourth, and Chris Louvier is in fifth now. Got sixth in Theodore. This is Theodore. Seventh is Duncan. Eighth is Miller. Ninth is Curtis, and Sanner is 10th. Yeah, I will talk about the 6 here for a moment. As mentioned earlier in the program, there is a new livery a new livery for William Duncan's legendary number 6. He struck a deal with Freddie Fazbear's Pizza, and there's a deal, and you can see it's on the hood of that car. If we can get a good camera shot, you can see it here. Yeah, Duncan was pretty avid in getting that sponsorship. Not really sure how he did it, but that sponsor will be on the hood of the car for 10 races, including this one. And if you notice, the number on that car is a bit small. The numbers on that car are a bit small. Apparently they were having trouble getting it to fit on the car for some reason. So it's a little shrunk down compared to what we're used to seeing. But Duncan having a good start to this race. He just passed Bernard Strauss for 6th. Strauss having ran into some problems. He went off the course. As the top 3 remain unchanged here, it looks like these are running a top 3 for a good deal of the race. These guys are a lot faster than the rest of the field. Take on the back here. Hawkins is coming to the pits, and Ian Dutta's in the back. So with some championship contenders already off to a poor start. Here's your championship leader, Dylan Young. He is in 29th place. Remember, he started 37th, so he is making up some ground. He's trying to get into the points here. There's Sanoski in 28th. Alan Cabanaro, 27th here. And this is his first start for Hamilton Autosports in this series. Also, we do believe this will be the last race for that 1 in 100 scheme. Thank God for that. That scheme is very ugly. He is right on the back of Williams. Burkle ran wide there. Things getting a little dicey back here. We got Brandon Wood there. David Valzak. Valzak's making his first start for the Wrecking Thunder. Not in the points number 1. Seth Cole's really fallen back for some reason. He's 22nd. That's not what he needed. Reese Black is looking pretty good though. But Cosmic Nova here in the 13, he has yet to win this season, despite being as strong as he's been. Nova has yet to win this season. Yes, Nova has not won a race yet. But if he wins this race, and if he gets a perfect 70, if he wins this race and leads the most laps, he's already gotten the pole. And Dylan Young does not score a lot of points, then Nova could actually come out of this race as the point leader. Cosmic Nova looking for his second consecutive championship here in the 13. Trying to do what Richard Young couldn't in the Slim Jim Series. Richard Young came up terribly short of winning the Slim Jim Series Drivers' Championship 2 seasons in a row. But PJ Williams snatched it from under him. Congratulations to Williams, by the way. I haven't mentioned this yet, but PJ Williams is coming off of winning the Slim Jim Series Drivers' Championship without winning a single race, I might add. He came back from a big points deficit due to the major guys beating Dude, and he got faced some strokes of luck. He won the championship. Both Eric and Rage and Richard Young were injured. And some amazing twists that I've really never seen before. And Williams took, so basically, whenever his competition screwed up, Williams would pick up the pieces. And in the end, he walked out, and in the end, he managed to win the championship. Again, keep in mind, he's fighting for the title here, but he's won 2 races this season. So we'll have to see if he can become the IES Drivers Champion as well. He is definitely the Tonga Racing Unit's best driver, without a doubt. He just lost a couple spots, though. Dylan Young still trying to work his way up. Let's see where he is across the stripe here. He is 25th. He is getting very close to the points. As I said, he swept both practice sessions. So Dylan Young showing a lot of pace here, along with Kyle Sinofsky and Alan Campagnaro. Those 3 are all working their way up for the field. Showing a lot of pace. David Valzak, he's in the points in his first start for that team, for the Wrecking Thunder. He's in 20th place. Perhaps we could see a career comeback for the Polish driver. Now Charles Sanford is on the back bumper of James Silverfox here, as he's going to try and make a move for second. These guys not really wanting to make a move at the moment. They're being pretty laid back about their situation at the moment. Here's Duncan. He's 7th. He has the fastest lap of the race, although the guy with the second fastest lap is right in front of him. That's Miller. Miller just passed him there. Yeah, Duncan's in 7th place here. He's had a very average season, although he had a good run at Indy. He's hoping that'll be turning the tide for hopefully the tides will start turning for the Arkansian, as we would love to see him get some good runs in that number 6. But yeah, by the way, could you please get some bigger numbers on that car next race? Here's an incident we missed on lap 4. Gull Redlick running in 18th place. Connor Atwood, though, his teammate, gets a bit too aggressive and pushes the 27, turns him off, and a hard impact in the guardrail for the German. He got out of his car okay, but that is the end of the race for Gull Redlick. Redlick has had a very bad season, and we've heard his drive with RJ Manson Racing is in doubt for next year, so Redlick really needs to find some pace soon, or else his career may be in danger. His career in the IS could be in danger if he doesn't pick it up. It's been a pretty mellow race thus far, as the drivers are still trying to get used to the new circuit. This is not a track that these drivers are generally used to. This isn't a circuit that these drivers are generally used to, but they are trying to get some good stuff. But they're trying to do their best here. And we'll have to see how things. We'll see what happens in the later stages of this race. Speaking of which, we're about halfway here. This is not a very long race here. This is our first race in Great Britain, so yeah, this is not generally a track used for stock cars, so these guys are still getting used to it. And I think the Cosmic Nova, though, he's trying to take home a win here. He wants to get himself into the championship picture. Speaking of which, we'll check back on Dylan Young here, as David Valzak just went into the pits. Seems like seems like the round of pit stops are starting here. Yeah, I got Cavanaro in there as well, along with Sinofsky. Strauss is in. At the moment, Dylan Young's in the points, but it's not really accurate. You can see that James Silverfox is closing in on the 13 of Nova. Silverfox is looking for his second career IES victory. This has not been the best of seasons for Silverfox, but at this stage, this is a better season at this stage for him than last season. Silverfox really turned up the heat in the very late stages of last season. We'll have to see if he does it again. Silverfox is known for his road course driving. Silverfox known for his patented road course driving and his aggressive but clean driving style, and also his calm and nonchalant personality. A very well known guy in the garage there is Silverfox. And he's trying to catch Nova before they make pit stops, but it seems like I think he actually lost some ground there. And Silverfox will peel for the pit lane. And giving Cosmic Nova the lead for another lap. Continuing to stay out here, we have Sanford, Louvier, and Duncan. A car again, that car really needs to get some they really need to try and get some bigger numbers on that car for next race. As the small numbers on that car look rather silly. Speaking of that 6 car, I'm kind of surprised that team chose this race to put that scheme on the car, as Freddy Fazbear's piece of really does not have a European presence. They don't have any facilities in Europe, as they're rather small. They haven't made any appearances outside of America and Canada. But hey, YouTube's a thing, and the Europeans do know about them. So, just noting that. But I just think it's a little odd the Wrecking Thunder, almost a Team Thunder, chose this scheme for this particular race, as again Freddy Fazbear's piece has no buildings in Europe. But Duncan is really giving them some TV time here, as he has given a small business some good TV time. He's having a great run out here. Is the Arkansian, two-time IAS champion. He won the championship twice, and he won the championship twice in 2007 and 2009. But here you see it. He's joined the. But I think it's enough talking about Duncan for one race. So yeah, the leaders have come down pit road here. This could make or break the race here. Will Nova be able to get out of the pit road first? Here we go, Nova's getting out. Silverfox is coming. It looks like he's gonna beat him. Nova exits. Here comes Silverfox. And Nova will be your leader, and Sanford gets out ahead of Silverfox. He's jumped Silverfox in the pit lane. Silverfox caught off guard by that. He ran wide there. So Sanford now moves into second, and he's going to try and chase down that 13. He's done it before. In Australia last year, Sanford was pretty far behind the leader. Louvier's blown up. Louvier's blown up again. It's happened again. Louvier's engine on the 98 is gone. The 98's gone up in smoke, and I think that thing is gotten on fire. Oh boy. Oh boy, you may want to bail out of that one, buddy. Chris Louvier. The wrecking ball engine reliability strikes again. Those engines have had some massive unreliability issues this season, and they strike again. Duncan's had problems with those engines as well. Remember, he blew up at Watkins Glen, and the oil that was dropped on the track would end up triggering one of the biggest incidents an IS, not one of the biggest incidents this series has ever had at the Glen. Speaking of Duncan, he's battling here with Norman Miller. He's been having a pretty spirited battle with the 68-year-old. Miller retiring at the end of the season, but Miller's beating him on exit there. Silver Fox trying to catch the 24. Nova has only got 5 laps to go, though, before he'll have taken his first win of the season. If he wins, it will be his, I believe, 4th career win. I may have to check back on that. Oh, wow, Silver Fox pretty slow in that section. Theodore is going to try and work her way up. Although it doesn't appear she can get it done at the moment. Nope, the Canadian can't pull it off there. But we'll take a quick look for the running order here. First is Nova, second is Sanford, third is Silver Fox, fourth is Theodore, fifth is Miller, sixth is Duncan, seventh is Carl Sander, eighth is DJ Curtis, ninth is Ryan Acosta, and there's Bernard Strauss in 10th. 11th is Sean Angel, 12th is Reese Black, 13th is Chris Washer, 14th is David Valzak, 15th is Kyle Collins, 16th is James Shelley, 17th is Kyle Sanoski, 18th is Alan Cavanaro, 19th is Seth Cole, and Alex Perkle is in 20th. Brandon Wood not in the points, but Dylan Young notably is not in the points. In fact, Young had a terrible pit stop and is down to 28th, so it's starting to look like our championship leader won't be scoring, and that's not a good situation for him, as his closest rival is looking at a perfect 70, as it's Sanford. But again, Sanford's managed to close this big of a gap before. We'll have to see if he can do it here. Sanford looking for his 2nd career win. Now 4 laps to go. Let's see what the gap is this time. He is closing, but at this rate, he won't have enough time. I don't think he'll have enough time at this rate, but he is closing. Oh, looks like we're going to finally see Sanford get some points here in that 24 car. He's really needed them. This has not been a good season for Sanford. He's had some terrible luck, just like last year. But Sanford once again proving how good of a driver he is on these road courses. Sanford is a master road ringer, and he is trying to close in on Cosmic Nova here. Four to lead. But meanwhile behind him, things are getting rather pretty tight for third here. Between Silver Fox, Theodore, and Miller. Miller is going to try and get 4th from Theodore, it looks like. He is right on her back bumper. But he is not going to make a move yet, it seems. And it seems like it's going to start to spread out a little. Duncan is now closing in. Duncan's saying some pretty quick laps in that 6 car. Got a lap car up there. It's Jock Day Cock, but I don't think they'll catch them. I don't think they'll catch him. I don't know if Sanford gained that time. We'll see when he crosses the stripe. Still gaining, but at this rate he won't have enough time. 3 laps to go. He's going to have to make a big move. He's going to have to make a big gain here. Oh, I think Sanford just set his personal fastest lap, which is the 8th fastest lap of the race. So Sanford is really trying his hardest to catch that 13, but Nova's has a very strong car out here. And no one else has anything for that 13 car. It's down to these two. All eyes are on that 24 DuPont Chevrolet. See if Charles Sanford of California is going to be able to catch the 13 of Louisiana and Cosmic Nova. You can visibly see the gap closing, but it just doesn't seem like he has enough. There we go. Coming down to the front stretch here. We'll only do it 2 more times after this. 2 laps to go. What's the gap this time? Oh, wow! That was a fast lap! Sanford just hit the 4th quickest lap of the race. He is really trying to close that gap. Quick check up on Dylan Young. Dylan Young's not made enough progress. Dylan Young is in 26th. He's not going to score points, it looks like. So this is a twist. Doesn't look like there's going to be any points scored for that team. So Fedor is going to try and catch Silver Fox again here. Doesn't look like she has enough. All eyes are on these two as they continue to battle for the lead. Will Charles have enough? Sanford's been flawless. He has not made any mistakes. He is doing everything he can to close the gap on car number 13. He is there. He is trying to make a move, but he's only got 1 lap to do it. White flag in the air. But Sanford is there. His lap times are getting faster and faster as he is getting very close to the 13th bumper. Both these two really want to win. Sanford getting very close now. He's almost on his back bumper. Coming down this straightaway, Sanford gonna try and get a slingshot on car number 13. He is trying everything. Trying everything to make that gap as small as he can. He may try to make a move down here in the S's. Is he gonna push Cosmic up the track? Oh, he's giving him a bump! He's pushed him! Nova is holding strong now. He is holding him off very well. Sanford is there! Sanford is there! He doesn't have a lot of time. Sanford gives him the bump! He gave him the bumper! Nova is trying to hold him off. He's doing a good job though. Sanford is being very aggressive, giving him a bump, but Nova won't budge an inch. And oh, Sanford's running wide. Sanford is running wide. That might be all she wrote. And indeed it is. Off the final corner, Cosmic Nova gets himself some valuable championship points. He's going to give himself the championship lead here. The reigning champ Cosmic Nova will come to the final corner, take his long overdue first win of the season here at Silverstone. Wow, that was a very good battle between Nova and Sanford. A round of applause to both these guys. Really putting on a great show there at the end there. Sanford did not pull off the win, but a good run for him nonetheless. In second, James Swordfox gets some points, gets some much needed points in third. Felix Fedor in fourth. Fifth is Norman Miller. Sixth, William Duncan. Good run in his first race of that brand new livery. Seventh is Carl Sander. 8th is DJ Curtis. 9th is Ryan Acosta. And Bernard Strauss rounds out the top 10 in his first start. Where did Dylan Young finish? 24th, so no points for Dylan Young. He tried, but that's how important qualifying is. Dylan Young really dropped the ball in qualifying, and it cost him dearly. Cosmic Nova will be your new championship leader, as he is on a mission to take home his second consecutive Drivers' Championship. But that's it for today. That was a pretty decent race. It was a bit mellow, but it got really good down there. Get down there near the end. Congratulations to Cosmic Nova. But that'll be it for this week. Be sure to stick around next week when we head to the Tricky Triangle, Pocono, for the next round of the season. All right. Here comes the results and standings. You've been watching a production of the INORL Racing Uncontained. I'm signing off, and I'll see you next time.